Scorpio, hello there, my beautiful friends. We're going to do your general tarot reading for mid to late May 2025. Thank you so much for joining me today. You know, I appreciate each and every single one of you. So let's get right down to business as always and start you off with an oracle card here, just so we could dip our toes in the energy and see what's happening for Scorpio gang. I hope you're all doing fabulous and fantastic, my friends. Let's get it going here. My God, Spirit Team, talk to me. What do we got for these lovely Scorpios? What do you have for us in mid to late May? What energies, messages, insights can we take a little peek at? And yeah, we're just going to take a real quick look at this first card, then we'll get into the full reading itself. At the very end, I'll pull you a bonus card from the Shadowland Tarot, just to see who might be in the shadows or what shadow work you can lean into, which is always interesting. But let's get it going here. Let's rock and see what we got for Scorpio in mid to late May. What's the vibe? What's the energy? And I'm still using this Alice in Wonderland Oracle. I think a lot of the Scorpios like this one. Some other signs have been complaining about the creepy imagery a little bit, but if anyone could appreciate it, it's us, right? All in the golden afternoon. This is a very optimistic Oracle card in this deck. That's at least how I read it, right? Yeah, it does look a little creepy there, but that doesn't draw away from the good energy that I pick up from this card, because to me, it's like trying to see the silver lining, trying to see the positive of something could really assist you moving forward. Now, before we fully dive into that, if you're new here, I'll be speaking about the May subscriber surprise towards the end, so you might want to check that out. And also, if you could kindly illuminate that like button by tapping it right on its third eye, you know, I'd greatly appreciate it. But enough of the promo, back into the reading. Let's talk more about this card. So again, when reading this, we're not just looking at the imagery, we're not just looking at the words. It's very intuitive. And to me, when I think of a golden afternoon, I think of comfort. I think of beauty around me. So this obviously brings me into that mindset and mind state of focusing on positive or trying to frame things in a positive way. Now, best case scenario, this could be really something awesome coming in for a lot of Scorpios. Hopefully that shows up within the main part of the reading. But even if you're down in the dumps, even if you're going through some difficulties right now, this card is Spirit saying, all right, it might suck or something might be difficult, but it's very important to find a silver lining or a shining light at the end of the tunnel when I see this. Now, this could potentially represent a really good result at the end of the day. So even if you're going through something tough right now, like it might be rough, but it's not game over, right? We're not in the ninth inning just yet. Like there's still more game to be played. So hopefully this could be something paying off for you in the end. But we're just going to put her down right there. Let's get into tarot. And yeah, I always say the first card here doesn't make or break the reading. It's just a little footnote. So let's get you 3 tarot cards in the upright. Then we'll get into that intuitive juiciness. Shuffle it up one time here for Scorpio gang. What do we got? And while we get this deck shuffled up and ready to go, let's talk about last week's reading. It was a lot of people for some reason. Tons of court cards. And the reading was titled Here They Come. And to me, that's Scorpio magnetism. It was on full display. So again, whether it's like people you work with, family members, it's just like people, 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 people. So even if that didn't come to fruition for you this week that just passed, that could still bleed over, where there's just like people popping up out of nowhere. And that's why I was like, yeah, here they come, because I felt people magnet. So we're going to see what shows up for you this week. As you know, readings are very fluid. It's never set in stone, so only take how it hits for you, because we could be seeing your vibe or somebody else's, right? Let's get it going. 3 cards for Scorpio here, mid to late May. What do we got? What do we got? Okay. I mean, I've been seeing this quite a bit. We're starting off here with the 3 of Cups. It's a very good card, at least to start, and it is peoply. That's the one thing I will mention about it. Like, yeah, no, this is peoply too. So even though it's not a whole bunch of court cards yet, that's groups. It's groups of people for some reason. Let's get a couple more. Okay. Interesting. Okay, so we do have the 6 of Cups, which is a card of history and past and people. Again, I don't know why the other people are so prevalent, like last week and even this week. They're just very prevalent within the readings. And we got the Wheel of Fortune. So Scorpio, I will say this. We started the reading off with a very optimistic silver lining card. Within the main part of the spread, I have 3 cards that I view as positive, especially 2 of them. So, I mean, the energy might be making a nice turn for a lot of us. So let's go through. I'll give you some of the classical meanings and archetypes. Then we'll get into that juicy, intuitive stuff. But at first look, first glance, listen, this energy feels like it's in the comfort zone, my friends. We have a lot of water. So the 3 of Cups, the 6 of Cups. So for Scorpios, which is a water sign, This is where we're comfortable. This is where we're chill. It's the realm of feeling and emotion and creativity. So these are all things that could be flowing freely for the Scorpios in this time. So just know, maybe you might be feeling things a little deeper than you normally do, or maybe the creative juices might start flowing. Like all the things attached to the water element are showing up here big. We do have the wheel on the back end, the Wheel of Fortune, which I think is lovely, and we'll get into that in more detail. Some people link that to Pisces and Sag because they're ruled by Jupiter, but we're just going to leave that as a neutral. I just think it's a very supportive energy for any sign or element. So let's go through this piece by piece and really start to build it out, because we got some potential beautiful things that could be coming in. Now, position number one, the Three of Cups, lovely. So again, like I said, here on the front end, you even see it, people magnet. So that message from last week, that still persists. And listen, I know for a lot of us Scorpios, we're cool, solitary, right? Like we don't need groups of people. We don't need to socialize all the time. We usually keep a very tight circle, but that doesn't mean that these energies still aren't going to come your way. So I'm just heads up, because the Three of Cups to me is groups. It's teams of people. It's like group dynamics. Now, aside from that, I see this, I think of happiness, joyousness, merriment. I'm celebrating over something. So great first card to start with. This could be a win or a victory coming your way. And we're going to get into more detail about it. Now, this card isn't all positives. It's not all sunshine and rainbows. This could represent funky group dynamics or groups of people where like somebody, like they stick out and they're, you know, they mess up the flow of the group. There could be someone that just causes drama. When I see the Three of Cups, this card could also represent overindulgence. So whether it's like drinking, throwing a few too many back, or just someone that overindulges, that's what this card could mean. Because it's like there's a difference between having fun and too much fun. That's what I see when I see the downside of this card. And not saying that's definitely the case, but you know, when I read cards, I like to look at both sides of the coin. Now, moving to the center, we have the Six of Cups, a little different. Not quite as many people, but there are people still. The Six of Cups represents soul ties, soul connections initially, right? So you see these two children, they're sharing the cups together. So again, whether this is a very important person to you, someone that you're still connected to, maybe even not for some of you, because when I see this, aside from the soul ties, soul connections, this is a card of history. It's a card of the past. So whether we're seeing somebody that you have a lot of history with, or there's like a shared history or a shared bond, the Six of Cups represents it to me. It's the card of the past. So when I see this, I think of a lot of reminiscing. So in this time, a lot of us Scorpios could be thinking back on the past, reminiscing, taking trips down memory lane. Sometimes this card shows up when things pop back up, when the past comes back around, especially with the Wheel of Fortune here on the back. So we definitely want to look into this much further. Now, what's the downside of the Six of Cups, you might ask? Sometimes it could just represent bad memories, rough history, difficult things in the past. We've all been through a few rough things, right? So when I see the Six of Cups, I'm like, okay, this energy could be a little haunting or haunted, if that makes sense. So we'll look into that further as well. But as you can see, it's like we have the group dynamic, and then we have the strong one-on-one. So it's like very people-y. Moving to the back end, we have the Wheel of Fortune. Beautiful. One of the best cards in the whole entire deck. When I see it, it adds a little four-leaf clover to any spread. So it's like, all right, well, luck might shift in your favor. This could be like the universe smiling upon you. So you might want to play the lottery here when this card shows up. Now, it doesn't always mean you're going to have a life-changing stroke of luck. To me, it just feels like something's going to go your way whenever I see the Wheel of Fortune. Nice. Now, this card could also represent karma, like karmic cycles, karmic shifting, karmic changes, whether these are things that you're experiencing right now. But the downside to the wheel is that it changes and shifts very, very quickly. It's not like the World card where the world moves slow and meticulous. This wheel, it's fast, it's sudden, it's that unexpected type of energy. So it moves quick. So whether this is changes, whether this is things popping back up, whether it's people coming back in, the wheel is spinning quick. So we definitely want to look into this further, because sometimes it could be a little uncontrollable. But I love that. To me, it's like the universe smiling upon you. Okay, so when we go from like the very first Oracle card, which was positive, it was optimistic, Three of Cups, Six of Cups, Wheel, face value, these are all very, very positive. So we're going to dive deeper. I want to do. Let's go, Scorpio. Let's jump in and clarify. And yes, this is where I go intuitive with the message, which means I just tell you how it feels to me. So feel free to do further research or rely on your base knowledge of tarot, because as you know, every single reading is about the reader's interpretation, and I'm just giving you mine. Let's go in on that Three of Cups. Where's the Three of Cups here, please? Oh, and yes, if you're a reader yourself, please feel free to play along. That's why the box is here. If you're feeling any messages you want to give to Scorpio, you can drop it in the comments. I don't mind at all. Okay, Three of Cups time. What do we got? Where's that Three of Cups here? Yep. Yeah, the energy looping. The energy looping already. So we do have the Six of Swords in reverse. Okay. So I'm going to give you a couple messages here, Scorpio. First and foremost, if there's any new people that come into your life in this time, there's a potential that their presence will be around for quite a while. Okay, so that's just a one-off message for some of you. So whether it's like a new friend or coworker or whoever, like this energy shows up and they're in your experience for like a long time. Because when I see the Six of Swords in reverse, it's like it's an energy that's not going nowhere. It's not moving forward. However, this can also represent an energy coming back around or reliving something. Now, I will say this, for a lot of you, it's like this could most definitely be like a win or victory, but it's going to be reminiscent to something you've already experienced. That's the vibe, because when I see the Six of Swords in reverse, especially with the Six of Cups here, this is an energy that returns. So we're already seeing an energy of replaying the past or something repeating. So I think this is a good thing, but either you've been through a similar thing before or it's like it rhymes, right? It rhymes with the past. This isn't, maybe it could be some group drama for a very small portion of you. Because, yeah, remember I was saying with the Three Cups, the Six of Swords in reverse, it's like somebody that's being a thorn in the side. That's for a very small portion of you. That there could be someone in your circle where it's like, oh, this person's always causing drama. But for the most part, I feel the two main messages as one or three messages. This could definitely be a win or a victory, but it's going to be like one you've already achieved. For another portion of you, if a new person comes in, they're going to be around for a long time, so be prepared for it. But we also have this energy returning already. So 4 cards out, 3 of them could be interpreted as energy that swings back around. So let's go to the Six of Cups. I mean, you might reconnect with someone you haven't heard from in a while. That could be possible. But let's see what's up with the 6. We'll see what's happening there. Really want to see what's up with that wheel at the end, though. 7 of Pentacles. Now, the karmic energy. The karmic energy. It's like, yeah, I've been waiting for you. I've been waiting for you. It's like giving me that kind of vibe. So peculiar. So we have so many powerful themes this week. With the 7 of Pentacles, that's usually a card of reaping what you sow, what you put forth, you get back in return. So it's like we have karmic connection, we have energies looping. But the 7 of Pentacles, it's waiting for someone possibly. So I'm not sure if that's you or if it's somebody else, but I'm still getting this energy of things popping back up eventually. So like if it's not right now, not right this second, it's still going to go down. It's still going to happen. Because when I see the 6 of Cups, 7 of Pentacles, it's like energy waiting to reconnect. That's how it feels. And again, for some of you, that might be something you don't even want to hear. So again, like it really depends. You create your experience. If this doesn't sound like something you want, totally cool. Embrace the new if that's what you'd like to do. But when I see the 7 of Pentacles under the 6 of Cups, either this is a very strong karmic connection that's showing up here in the spread, or it's like somebody waiting on another person. That's just how it feels. So let's keep moving forward. Like I've waited for you. I've waited for you. Let's see what the wheel has. Then we'll do a quick little recap before we get into the shadows. Still, the people magnet energy is here. That is here in a powerful way. But let's see what the Wheel of Fortune has before we do the recap. So why is the wheel here? Thank you. And again, it's like a theme that's just very powerful. Now it's so fiery here on the back end. We have the Fool in reverse. So I wish I could say this reading is all about the fresh, all about the new. For some Scorpios, maybe there is something from the past that you haven't fully resolved yet, and that's okay. There's no rush on that. Okay, so whether it's something from years and years ago, even a couple months ago, it's something that still feels unresolved or unfinished. So I'm not sure if you have unfinished business, potentially. But when I see the Fool in reverse, remember, the Fool is the first of the major arcana. It's Aries, so it generally represents initiating something. taking the first step. So when we see it in reverse underneath the Wheel of Fortune, it's not starting something new, it's circling back. So there's like multiple indicators here. So whatever winds are coming in, it's like you've kind of been through it before, and then there's like various things that are looping back around. Now, do I know why that's happening? No, the universe could be very mysterious sometimes. But when I see the wheel moves very, very fast, when I see this Fool card in reverse, fiery Aries type of energy, it's very explosive and quick. So it's like we have different speeds, but all the energy is coming back to ground zero. It's all looping back in one form or fashion. This could be very explosive and fiery on the back end as well. So whether it's something looping back around, I would also say this, there is a little warning here with this back end, with the wheel and the Fool in reverse. Someone might test their luck a little too much, or Spirit's saying like, all right, well, don't be too spontaneous, Scorpio. So in this time, watch out for urges that you might be having. You might have spontaneous urges and feelings in this time. When I see this connection, it's like, be cautious, be careful. Don't go too wild. Okay, like have fun, but don't go too wild. Let's go through and do a quick recap. I feel like this reading was all over the place, but simultaneously a very concise story. So it's like scattered, but also all together. But if you kindly look in the box, lots of people showing up in your spread again this week. But position number one, we have the Three of Cups with the Six of Swords in reverse. So yeah, for some of you, this could be like a really nice winter victory coming your way, but it's going to be reminiscent with something you've already achieved. For another portion of you, this could be a new person coming into your life where once they enter, if you accept them, they're there for a very long time. I also got this little drama-filled type of energy from a group of people too. And another portion of you, this could just be someone coming back around to have a good time. Moving to the center, we have the Six of Cups with the Seven of Pentacles, more of this karmic connection energy. So yeah, this could be a karmic return of some sort. I also get the vibe of somebody waiting for another person. So again, I'm not saying it too, it could be someone else. But the main thing I was getting here is like, I've been waiting for you. Moving to the back end, we have the Wheel of Fortune with the Fool in reverse. So again, this explosive energy returning very, very quickly, fast, unexpected. But this also could be Spirit warning you to watch out for like your urges. Don't test your luck or try your luck too much, because the Fool in reverse could be a little reckless, especially under a fast card like the Wheel of Fortune. So it's like, don't press your luck too much. So we're going to leave it at that. Please take a screenshot if you want to look into it further. Let's see what's in the shadows. And yes, I always like to pull one shadow card at the very end just to see whether it's something within you or something you don't quite see. Shadow cards don't always have to be a challenge. They could be a good thing. So let's get you one. And if you made it to this point in the reading, please feel free to check out channel memberships. I'll put a link for it in the comments below. It's a beautiful way to support the channel, and I have much love for all my channel members. Okay, let's get this going here. What do we got for Scorpio gang in the shadows? Okay. The Wheel of Fortune again. Okay, so a very important piece of this reading that kind of connected like all the karmic archetypes and everything else we've been seeing even shows up for you in the shadows. So again, that's a good thing, even as a shadow card, but it can indicate change and things shifting, even if you don't quite see it. So the positive, we went over it in depth. Good luck charm, great energy. Just don't push the luck too far with what we saw in the main part of the spread. But for another portion of you, again, it's sudden, it's energies that loop, and we saw it 3 times in 3 parts of the spread, where it's like a potential loop, a potential loop, a potential loop, all at different speeds. So with this showing up in the shadows, it's just more confirmation for us for all the karmic threads and all the other things we've been seeing this week. So there's a lot of powerful energy around the Scorpio collective in this time. Okay, so you might be taking a lot of trips down memory lane, my good friends. So we're going to put the wheel right there, Scorpio gang. That's what I have for you this week. Don't click away just yet, though. I'm going to give you the details of the May subscriber surprise. If you would like further insight on your situation, you could book a personal reading with me at my website, mastermetaphysics.com. You could go check out my digital calendar for availability. But for the May subscriber surprise, I'm giving away 3 copies of one of the most beautiful new decks out there, the Stained Glass Tarot. So if you'd like to get your name in for that, it's 2 simple things. As always, my friends, first, you must be subscribed. And second, let me know down in the comments, out of all the zodiac signs, which one is your favorite? Not your sign. Which one do you work best with? Which flows with your energy? You'll be entered to win, and at the end of the month, the winners will be announced in my community tab. As always, my friends, much love, and I'll see you soon.